Welcome back, everyone. You know what time it is. Time for Papa's comic books and coffee. Okay, let's see who decided to join us today. Well, look at that. It's Marvel Comics Group, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, The Avengers, number 117. This was 20 cents back in 1973. This was written by Steve Englehart and Bob Brown. Title of this story is Holocaust. Once again, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-comic-book. All right, let's see what we can find out. Not even Captain America can withstand my power. Namor, no. While you're trying to kill me, someone has stolen the evil eye, the weapon that can destroy the world. You'll never guess the identity of our mystery supervillain. Holocaust. What is this? The Avengers fighting the Defenders? By the unspeakable Umar, my scheme to trick the Defenders into gathering the 6 components of the evil eye should have been foolproof. How could the Avengers have found it out? You have no ideas on the subject, do you, Loki? I do, Doraemon. Thou dost well know that I be blind. I be powerless to act without thy guidance. Pray, Odin, Doli, thou'st believe me, Lord of dark dimensions, for in truth 'twas I did alert the enemies. Bah, it was foolish to suspect you, Prince of Evil. If only I could personally effect the battle and kill the Avengers. But any use of my magic might be detected by Doctor Strange and reveal my hidden hand in this conflict. And I do not wish to face thy wrath while I deprived of my sight. So I must but observe still the Defenders are a somewhat unconventional group of super beings. Perhaps their uniqueness will give them the advantage over the Avengers. Then, canst thou not turn thine attention to restoring my vision now? I can do nothing for you until these battles are ended, Loki. They totally occupy my mind at this time. Now be silent, a new skirmish beginning. At last, the jungles of Bolivia. But that looks like a German castle. What in the world is it doing here? Swordsman versus the Valkyrie. Continue the incredible 6-part adventure, Defenders Epic, Chapter 7. Ah, well, it was probably built by some fleeing Nazi. Funny how things that were so important in the past only look ridiculous today. For instance, in my life, until last year, I was all caught up being a supervillain, telling myself I was a swashbuckling rogue, and now that I've turned the corner to become an Avenger, that era seems like such a sham. All I earned from those lost years was hate and disgust, never enough money to be comfortable, and never the respect only one mattered until I met Mantis. In truth, I was hardly anything more than a hired hand. Like when I came here to South America and fought the Avengers for the Mandarin. And even after that, the group accepted me. Avengers Special 1. Well, once I land this Quinjet of theirs, I'll show them that their swordsman deserves their acceptance. I'll find whichever Defender is trying to grab the Bolivian chuck of the evil eye and force him into sword point to give it to me. But wait, what's that? Good Argon, our sudden weight will force the Avengers jet out of control, diverting the pilot's attention while we make our move. Anyone as skillful as I've heard these Avengers are should be able to pull out of this spin. What? Is that Valkyrie? Don't know how she knocked out the plane, but if I let the blasted machine's wing touch the ground, the only sight I'll be seeing is the inside of a pine box. Made it, but the girl is gone. The hard-eyed adventurer scans the sky above the mud below, and the walls of jungle between them, missing nothing, and so she must be inside the castle. There's no other open ground to land this stallion on. In addition, I must be close to the evil eye's hiding place, or she'd never reveal herself just to divert me. If just to divert me, had murder in her mind. She'd have made certain I crashed. Yes, the castle's the prize, all right, and within its walls waits my pigeon. The Valkyrie, the Avengers, the other Avengers. I mean, know her from the past, they said. Right now, I wish I did, since I'll probably have to go up against her. Yes, what is it? You speak English and a good. I'm the swordsman of the Avengers, and I believe you have an unwelcome visitor. Won't you come in? Swordsman, I believe I can assure you that no one other than ourselves is inside this structure. It was built in 1946 by an escaped Nazi after his original German castle, but he was captured in 1949 and the place went untenanted until 3 months ago when I moved here from America. I cherish solitude, you see, and few spots on earth are more deserted than this jungle. You are first human being I've seen since I arrived. I'll be darned. Is a Nazi castle? What do you know? Well, sir, you may be right about your solitude, but it's possible someone burglarizing you without your knowing. A sound from upstairs? Maybe you've got ghosts, or maybe rats, sir, or maybe you've got the visitor I was talking about. Since you say you're alone, you won't mind my checking things out now, will you? So what? So this lady despot, that hefty sword you're sporting, you're not leaving here alive with that evil eye. Threats from a man with a pretty mustache? For your information, Avenger, I haven't found the eye yet. And where the Valkyrie walks is something you have absolutely no control over. I'll leave here whenever I please. But first, you admire the Black Knight's sword so much, we'll see how his blade fares against you. You have the Black Knight's sword? Then you'll feel how my blade fares against you. The defenders couldn't even stop a bewitching the knight. They had to steal his effects as well. Agility won't help you, villainous. Not when you match steel with the best swordsman in the world. He's crazed with a lust for battle. My best efforts don't even make him blink. I've never determined whether it's possible for me to die, but there's no reason to find out. What do you think of my agility now, swordsman? I think since you've hung yourself up like yesterday's wash, you overestimate yourself all the way around, lady, and you underestimate me. You slit the tapestry. We're falling. Blue Eyes, if you want to be a high-class crook, you have to learn to take the long falls. It was one of the first things I picked up. No matter which side of the law you're on, there are certain basics to playing the superpowers game. For someone who fought the Avengers, to stand still before you certainly seemed like Babe in the Woods about a lot of combat techniques. You'd never catch me like this. Enough, breast-beating Avenger. I may not match you in skill, but I excel you in strength. Now wait. The owner of the castle, locking that massive door. Dr. Strange guided me to this spot for the evil eye. But if I don't have it, and you don't have it, then I have to have an idea who does. I told you I was the stronger than you, swordsman, and now I'll prove it. As for you, mister, don't be in too much of a hurry, too close to that door behind you. I want to see what, good Lord, a treasure chest, jewels, and an evil eye? A treasure, I'll take charge of, Blue Eyes. When there's a boodle to be had, the swordsman doesn't let a little love tap stop him. Got it, and now for the well-known hasty retreat. It was never my intention to let you leave here alive. I could take the risk that you'd leave and tell anyone about my treasure. You shot me. I don't care why you did it, but you're not getting away with it. Funny to be gentleman rogue and a die at hands of scum like him. No justice anywhere anymore. Let me see your wound, Avenger. You underestimate yourself. After all, it's serious, but I doubt you'll die. I'll make you comfortable then. Get a doctor. No, if you go, take Avengers, trust me, to keep. Throaty but still clear, his voice simply stops there as the shock of his injury washes over his mind, slowly feeling almost sacrilegious. The Valkyrie pries the prize from his limp fingers. Then the spell is broken. Footsteps. Someone's coming. But Captain, we will face great trouble for entering the Americans' castle, and your suspicions are incorrect. The Americans' hermit-like behavior, the reports of a flying horse, and a strange jet. There is much for which I desire an explanation, and I will stifle my desire no longer. I must leave, swordsman. You will be in God's good hands. You are an enigmatic man, and are trying to prevent me from recovering the piece of the eye of the presumptuous one. But I salute you as a gallant foe. If you were conscious, I think you'd like that. Thundering boots around the corner. Damn! Whatever else she might wish to say, only seconds before the police arrive, the Valkyrie leaps to concealment, where she watches as the dead man and the wounded Avenger are quickly carried away. It is when she is certain the swordsman will receive proper care. Then she silently wings away from battle, away from bloodshed, and away from a stone monument to man's recurring dream of absolute power, fraudulently held, and the inevitable, fearful cost. Meanwhile, half a world away in downtown Osaka, Japan, go home, Captain America. We want no imperialists here. You are unwelcome in our land. Get out. Listen, all of you, I've come to Japan not as a representative of the American government or even an American. I'm here as an Avenger to try to prevent a catastrophe from overtaking everyone on the planet. Very noble sounding, Cap. How unfortunate that it's all a lie. Captain America versus Submariner? I only know you've truly come to take this piece of the evil eye, but as you can see, I already possess it, and if you want it, you'll have to take it from me by force. I have heard that you've gained limited super strength recently, but my strength is unlimited, and I have little liking for what you allies have done to us defenders. So weigh your choice carefully, but I hope you attempt it. You're darn right I'll attempt it, Submariner. You're not the foe I'd have picked to face, but if the challenge is there, Captain America will meet it. Impressive words from a fool. It has been years since we last battled, but I beat you then, and I shall do it again. For one panel in Avengers. Stand back, surface crawlers. Give the captain and myself room. Well, here I am, and here is the eye. The next move is yours, Avenger. Okay, Namor. Clam, how about this? He is one of the world's strongest beings. Surprise and battle skills are my only advantage. You see the best me through deceit, as your fellow slur-faced men have always done. But that gambit will fool the true Submariner no more. Listen, Subby, if you want everything up front, fool, did you really think that could stop me? That downed him. To think that as a youth I played war with my Atlantean cousin Byra, and I usually chose to be the American. It has taken me many years to relearn what I have already knew in World War II. That no submariner, not even one with an American father, can be anything but a submariner. What's going? Namor, escaping. I've got to get him. Stop him. The more I think on it, the more my association with the Defenders grates my sensibilities. After I take this piece to Doctor Strange, I should go on my own way. He's too wrapped up in his musings. Doesn't know I'm here. If he completes his dive, he's gone forever. There's only one chance. Stom. So, you persist, eh? Why doesn't it take you to teach you a lesson? If my lesson is that might makes right, Namor. People have been trying to force my belief in that since the world war of you spoke of. and I've flunked the course every time, as you should well know. From Nazis to now, against any odds, Captain America never says die. But the 7 secret C's, I laugh at your naivete, except that you truly believe what you say. Be that as it may, I laugh at both of you. A bolt of fire from above. Who? Who else can protect the land of the rising sun from those who invade it, Yankee? Only Sunfire. You would have been better advised to heed my countrymen, Captain America. We are all weary foreigners thrusting their games upon us. Okay, fine, but give me that eye, quick. Sunfire, I want that bauble. Give it to me, or you do not frighten me, Submariner. Although pressed into partnership with you during our previous encounter, I am no geisha to serve your whims. You too invaded my land for the object of, as it is above such petty details as international boundaries. But you are wrong, and I shall convince you that fact by taking your object myself. Why, you nationalistic moron? I won't stand for the idiocy. The Prince of Atlantis does what he pleases. Not if it's retrieving the eye, Prince. What in the name of Father Neptune? I agree that Sonny's motives are pretty reactionary, but they keep the eye away from you, and that puts him on my side. The defenders will never gain possession of that weapon while there's an Avenger left alive. This is too much. We try to save the Black Knight, you fellow Avengers, and your team attacks us. Let go of me throat. Bull, Namor, we know what your team did to the Knight, how you kidnapped him and bewitched him, and we know you plan to enslave the universe with the eye. You know nothing. Your so-called mind is filled with Loki's lies. I should drop you on your cowled cranium like the minor annoyance you are, with no further delay. Yet, as the only other superhuman remaining from the Second World War, you deserve better. Listen, for I shall only speak once. The defenders chanced into the battle alongside the Black Knight several months ago, and thus were with him when the Enchantress turned him to stone. Since then, Doctor Strange has repeatedly attempted to restore him, and the use of the evil eye is his latest hope. That doesn't jibe with others' facts, Namor. What about time is fleeting, Avenger, and so is Sunfire. Believe me or don't, I shall waste no more time on you. Let the fish devour you now, for all I care. I must retrieve the eye. There's nothing Cap can do. He cannot fly after his foe, but as he slowly, reflexively threads the sunsplashed sea, he finds into his dawning surprise that he's no longer certain he wants to. While high above, hold, Sunfire, I call upon you one last time to surrender that weapon, and I tell you no, Namor. You shall not have anything that belongs to Japan. Too slow, mutant. My winged feet can easily carry me away from your bases, from your blasts. Yes, away from your blasts, and toward you. Sunfire dropped the eye right into my hand. Luck like that must be trying to tell me something. It's saying, don't ask questions. Just do what you came for and get out. That may be what luck is saying, Captain America, but I say luck can be broken, exactly like you. Your choice, Avenger. Shall I have the eye peacefully or through further violence? Well, all right, Namor. I still don't understand, but that's the point. There's too much that doesn't make sense in this war between the Avengers and the Defenders, and maybe thrust into only thing that can create some sense. If your reasons for fighting aren't the same as mine, it's beginning to occur to me that we've been manipulated. Now that does make sense, Cap. And if we have been tricked, I swear there'll be hell to pay. At last, a possible breakthrough in the net of deception that has draped itself across the mightiest super teams on Earth. The plot's only been thickening up until now. True believer. In the next chapter, it comes to a boil. Defenders number 10, on sale now. Okay. Well, that was Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the Avengers, number 117 from 1973. I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Don't forget to hit that bell, and don't forget to follow. Hit that subscribe button, please. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know what was wrong with this. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. Let me know what I can do better. Either way, as I always say,
that was easy.
And don't forget, this is available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Until next time, Papa is out.